Sometimes in life, people, you don't give up on the ones that did you good. And in this case, it's Eden Hazard. Bring him back. Bring him back right now. And it looks like Chelsea might be. Welcome to the Kavkas View. And today's video is an insightful one, it's an interesting one, and it's a nostalgic one. Yes, nostalgic. We have got three massive stories for you. Look, the France duo of Tchouameni and Koundé performed magnificently and are linked with Chelsea once again. Fabrizio Romano has got a great update regarding Juventus, Chelsea, and the one and only Manchester United, and we're favourites. Yes! Story number two, and story number two is about Real Madrid being deluded, and their deluded self thinks they can get a certain Chelsea midfielder slash right back slash centre back, guess which player it is, for 45 million euros. You're bluffing. You're not getting him for that much. I'll bring you guys the latest results on that. And finally, Eden Hazard to Chelsea for a loan with an option to buy. Sounds great, right? Who would reject that? Let's get into it. But of course, before we get started, you know the deal. You hit that like button, you subscribe to the channel, and good things happen to all of us, all right? So help a brother out, literally hit that like button. We're aiming for 250 likes. It's the international week. I took a weekend off from making videos. I had a ridiculously lit weekend. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Wedding, then a birthday party, and then a tour around London, right? Which was jokes. But make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. All right, so we're gonna start with most important story, right? We always start from the top. Who starts from starters and main? You go straight to the dessert. That's how I do it. But we're gonna talk about Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard joined Real Madrid, followed his dream after he was a legend at Chelsea. My opinion, the greatest ever Chelsea player. A lot of you are gonna disagree. I think Eden Hazard was better than Frank Lampard. He was better than Didier Drogba, better than John Terry. He may have not achieved as much, but that's a different argument. I think he's the greatest ever player to play for Chelsea. He left us on a high note. He won us the Europa League, multiple Premier Leagues, and more importantly, he gave us a joy to behold. Aesthetic god. Moves on to Real Madrid. Munir injures him. 2 years later, nothing good has come out of it apart from winning the league here and there. The only problem is, he's not been part of the team. And a lot of people are saying this is Eden Hazard's fault. He's always getting injured. He's consistently not working out. I'm saying look deeper into the issue. His injury problems at Chelsea never existed. Yes, they didn't. I think he missed 57 games in his whole tenure at Chelsea. Like, that's mad. If you think his whole tenure, he only missed 57 games. He's already missed that for Real Madrid. Madness. But the most important thing, and this is the key, Eden Hazard is giving Chelsea an opportunity to bring him back. There is a loan offer apparently. Reports in Spain are coming out. Real Madrid want to get him out on loan and they want to send him to Chelsea. Personally, I love this idea. I absolutely adore it, but I'm a Eden Hazard stan. I am. I think he's the greatest ever player we ever had at Chelsea. I'm going to reiterate that multiple times. I know a lot of you are going to be offended. I don't care. But we're going to talk about the key aspects. Who does this benefit? What does this benefit? And how does this benefit? Number one, it benefits all three parties. Chelsea get their creativity issue fixed. Eden Hazard against France was the best player on the pitch for 45 minutes. He's not fit. Listen, people, he is getting better shape. He's looking lean. He's looking good. He's being agile. And he is being explosive. He was the best player on that pitch for 45 minutes. He comes off, France regain control of the game. All of a sudden, people are talking nonsense. He's not ready to play for Chelsea. We don't want him back. It's a loan with an option to buy. We bring him back and we see if we can explore him, unlock him. Bring him back, option to buy. Real Madrid want to get him off the books. They paid 125 million euros for this guy. 125 million euros. Let me reiterate that. They want to get him off the books. They want to make room. They've already signed Camavinga. They want Kylian, and they want to be in the running for Erling Haaland. For me personally, it's no brainer. You bring him back, you leave him in the team. Look, we have got Hakim Ziyech, we have got Christian Pulisic, who offer nothing at this moment in time. Hakim, when he plays, he's inconsistent. You don't know what you're going to get. If he's the experienced head, I'm swapping him for Eden Hazard, no problem. Christian Pulisic, brother, you're a great footballer, fantastic footballer. You're always injured. I can't deal with a player like that. I really can't. You're age 22. I need you to be playing more games than you're missing. And sadly, I don't get that from you. So, for me, it's no brainer. Bring Eden back now. Story number two is about Tchouameni and Jules Koundé. We're going to talk about Jules Koundé first. He was an absolute rock. He was very good against both Spain and the one and only Belgium. I think he had a very good game all round. Wasn't terrible, wasn't fantastic. Just a very solid rock. Good defender, good ball playing abilities. But the one we're going to talk about is Tchouameni. And I think the reports around him are getting hot, they're getting frantic, and everyone wants him now. Manchester United have actively been chasing this player. They have been wanting him. But Fabrizio Romano has come out and reiterated it. Chelsea are front runners. They're in advanced talks to sign this player. They want him. It is in their park. The ball is in their park. They will make the decision whether they sign him or not. The player is very fascinated in the idea of coming to Chelsea. He's excited, but he wants to play. And the issue here is simple. This player is playing for France already, and he's balling out. Juve want him, Man United want him. Where does he go to play? For me, Chelsea need to sign him, and we will have to make a difficult decision on who we sell. Because the reality is, we've got Billy Gilmore. We have got, if we get Tchouameni, 2 people have to go. There's no way you have Saul, Ruben, Kovac, Jorginho, and Kante, and add those 2 into the mix. Billy is part of the plans. I see him as the heir and the replacement to Jorginho. I really do. That's how good I think he is. Tchouameni, he must be the replacement for N'Golo Kante or Mateo Kovacic, one of the 2. But the attributes this player possesses is great. He's good in the air, he's good on the ball, he's very athletic, and most importantly, he's intelligent. I think that is so underrated these days. Everyone always looks at the pace and power of players. They always look like, oh, would he be good at FIFA? Nah, man, I think it's the intelligence that the players in midfield need these days. They need to know when to ask for the ball and be courageous, and not to ask for the ball and be stupid. Because he's technically fantastic. And I know he's got the brain between him, because look at it this way. He's 19 and he's playing for France. That's not easy to do. He's partnering Paul Pogba, who a lot of people say is too ill-disciplined to play in the midfield too. But yeah, he can do it with a child, in a 19-year-old child, but he struggles to do it with Fred or McTominay. I think that tells you a lot about Fred and McTominay and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactics than it tells you about Tchouameni. I think Tchouameni is a great player and we need to trust him, and he's ready. And 40 million is a great bargain in my opinion. Go get him. He's the talent of tomorrow and we need to sign him. Finally, just to give you guys some chuckle, reports in Spain are specifying that Chelsea have been approached by Real Madrid. Real Madrid have actively wanted to have a conversation with Chelsea regarding the one and only Reece James. Big man, he's not for sale. And then when you come with stupidity and not decent, genuine offers, I get annoyed. And the reason I get annoyed is because they're offering 45 million euros. 45 million euros for a generational right-back talent, in my opinion. One that can vend, one that can cross and add tremendous ability, one that's got pure striking ability, can play centre midfield, can play right centre-back, can play centre or the centre-back, and can play right wing-back and right-back. And you want to pay 45 million. You want to pay 45 million in a market where Ben White costs 50 million pounds. Ridiculous, stupid. We're not idiots, and you're not going to bully us out into selling our best players. There is no way. But the one positive out of all of this is Reece James is an asset. And a lot of people need to understand that. Reece James is definitely an asset. A lot of people have not been giving this man the respect, and he's finally getting it. When teams of the caliber of Real Madrid are interested in you, it is the affirmer, it's the confirmation that you need to know that this guy is here to stay and he'll be at Chelsea for years to come. Chelsea will give him a big boy contract. He won't be going anywhere. Don't believe this story. I think it's going to take 3 figures, in the millions to get rid of Reece James from Chelsea. Chelsea aren't interested in selling top tier talents because they know replacing them will cost them even more. So peeps, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys understand that I needed some time off from YouTube, maybe 3 days, just to recoup, recharge, Duracell bunny, you know, Red Bull can, Mason Mount style. But I'm back now. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. 250 likes is what we're aiming for. I hope you lot enjoy it. The video. Peace out, man. Bye. Ciao.